Greetings, Twin Flames. This is Lucid of Twin Flame RX, and I'm here on Monday, March 19th, 2018, with a weekly reading for Twin Flames. And this reading is going to be up until Sunday, March 25th, 2018. So this week. During this week, I want you to remember this affirmation. It is from the Angel Affirmation calendar by Doreen Virtue. It states, "Helpful people are heaven sent to support me on my path, and I allow them to help me." So you may run into some people during this upcoming week like me, and they are part of your soul's journey, part of your path on this earthly plane. Thank you for joining me for this reading today. Thanks to all of those that follow on social media, Twitter, Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr. Thanks for those that check out the website, www.twinflamerx.com. I'm also on Instant Go, the iPhone and Apple app. So check that out if you want to ask any questions about your journey. You can contact me there or check the description box below for links on where you can find me for chat sessions about your journey. So I'm a psychic intuitive tarot reader, and I use those gifts as well as my healing abilities within my sessions. So I'm a Reiki and infinity healer as well. Now I'd like to get started with today's reading. This is for all Twin Flames. And so take the parts that resonate and leave the rest behind. I have already prayed, meditated, and shuffled, and I have cards for the Divine Masculine, 3D and 5D energies, same with the Feminine and for the Union. But I want to do a tarot spread. I'm going to use the Sun and Moon Tarot by Vanessa Decort, and we're going to do a Celtic Cross Tarot spread of what might be happening between you and your beloved in the upcoming week. I do want to mention we just went through the new moon in Pisces, and that was on St. Patrick's Day, which was Saturday. And lots of people predicted a big event for the 18th, but nothing happened. However, I will say that part of this event is a lot of light energy will be shown on this planet, so that people on the planet and even animals and plants will have their awakening so that we could shift into the 5D Earth paradigm. So this is not really a one-day happening, and it's not something to be afraid of. So, just realize that if you are feeling tired, lethargic, if you're doing a lot of purging and you're not sure why, it might be because this solar energy is activating your dormant DNA, which is activated so that you can remember where you came from. So this is an activation for all people, not just starseeds, light workers, twin flames, and those on our ascension path, but really all humanity. And all of us twin flames and light workers and starseeds are going to be assisting humanity by anchoring this energy and being light beings to help guide them along their path into this new earth paradigm, which is a paradigm shift that will be happening over a period of time. It's not going to be a one-day event. So this is information that I have channeled directly from God, Source, Universe, Spirit. Okay, so what I'm doing now is one last shuffle with these cards. And on this one last shuffle, we're going to cut and look at the bottom of the deck energy. This is the overall energy for Twin Flames for this upcoming week in light of the new moon. And also we have the spring equinox, which is on the 20th, and I want to do a special video for that as well. So watch out for that. Bottom of the deck energy, and it looks like the whole deck has been turned upside down. So let me just turn it back, is the sun, which is interesting because I was talking about that and looking out the window at the beautiful sunlight hitting beautiful Lake Michigan. So what's interesting is that this whole week will be highlighted by the sun. And for those in North America or the Northern Hemisphere, where I'm located, we're going to be getting way more sun energy this week than we have been seeing in a long time. Okay, plus there's all these solar flare events happening. If you watch cosmic weather reports, you will find out more information about that. But pretty much the sun, the UV rays of the sun are hitting this planet, at least in North America, because of the way the globe is tilted toward the sun at this time, we're getting more of it. Okay, so this sun energy is going to illuminate and power us twin flames this week into our purpose, into our unions, into our missions if we haven't already stepped into them. And some of us are going to be switching gears in our missions. But this sun energy is going to be revitalizing us, because I know so many of us are so tired on this journey and so worn out and feeling battle worn, and we just need some inspiration to keep going every day. And I hope that I can start to give you more inspiration on a daily basis as well. Okay, here we go with the King of Swords. This is our situation for the upcoming weeks. So there's going to be a lot of thought. There's going to be the King of Swords is moving forward with thoughts, with ideas, putting ideas into motion, not being very emotional about these ideas, because remember, thoughts become things. So we need to create thoughts that are going to create and manifest our reality. And what's interesting is there's the 3 birds up there, which I'm taking to mean that our thoughts should be on ourselves, our twin, and then our third energy that we create with our twin, which is a third energy, could be our mission. All right, what we're crossed by this week is completion. Okay, so this means that this can bring us forward on our journey with this 4 of Wands energy, the twisting of the wheel between the 2 polarities, feminine and masculine, but we're on the verge of some sort of completion here. And the spring equinox is a day where we have balance between light and day, balance of polarities, balance between feminine and masculine energy. So that is a very pertinent card. It really makes a lot of sense. All right, the overall energy for the week is feeling burdened or oppressed by this journey, feeling that we're carrying such a heavy load and that no one's there to help us. That's how you might be feeling at this time. But what we have to work with is abundance. We have 3 of Cups energy where our cups are full and we're saluting, we are cheering, we are doing a toast to each other. We're celebrating. So we have the divine masculine, feminine, and the third energy that's created, and this new moon energy. So if you don't feel abundant, start thinking of all the things that you have instead of what you don't have, and be grateful. Live in gratitude and say thank you to God, Source, Universe every day for even allowing you to be able to view this video and be able to wake up, to see the sun, to live another day on this planet. And then last or recent past, we have the King of Cups energy. So we have an approach. Either us or our beloved are moving toward the union, holding out our offering to the other. So the King of Cups wants to, approach their twin. So this could be that your twin even approached you in the third dimension, but maybe it isn't third dimensional. Maybe it's fifth dimensional, that they approached you in a dream, or their higher self approached you and you felt their presence. This is because your twin flame wants to remind you that they're always with you no matter what's going on. And one of the goals is that you would come together in this physical union at this time on the planets, in this planet's evolution, so that we can act, all twin flame pairs, as bearers of light, because when we come together, we create that third energy, which is going to be more powerful than us just standing alone. All right, and what we have in the near future is satiety, or being, feeling sated, feeling satisfied, pretty much with 10 of Cups energy. Beautiful with a new moon. We have divine masculine and feminine essences there. We have this abundance. Our cups are full. We have all 10. We're feeling really good by the end of the week. We're feeling loved and abundant. Okay, how we feel right now is strong. We're going into this week with strength. We're feeling that we can really make a difference this week. In our own lives and the lives of others, we can make a difference and make some strides on our journey. We're feeling pretty strong, even though, we have been through a lot. How others see us is Ace of Swords. They see us as victorious. They see us as being able to cut through the crap. They see us as being able to win the battle and win the war. So they're, seeing us as very strong and having the ability to create new beginnings for ourselves. what we're afraid of is more of this Nine of Swords energy of cruelty, of being up at night, anxious, waiting around, wondering, not knowing what's going to happen next. We don't want this. That's what we don't want. And how the outcome will be for the week? Well, we have the Hermit. Okay, so this means that even though we might be able to connect with our beloved in some way, whether it be in the physical or in the 5D or other dimensions, we're going to be in our hermit space. So either physically with our beloved, grounding and anchoring this light together, going through this, this equinox together this week. But we're going to be going inward either way with our beloved individually in the physical or in the spiritual plane. So both of us, both twins, will be kind of more in a hermit mode, kind of more in a meditative state this week. And that's because this is a huge week for us twins. It's a huge week for us to anchor in this energy and to celebrate this change, this shift of, well, first the balance on the 20th of light and dark energy, of equal day and equal night, and then to move into spring if you're in the northern hemisphere, and move into winter if you're in the southern hemisphere. Okay, so what we have going on here next are the three piles. These are divine masculine, feminine, and union energies. We'll start with the divine feminine energy for this upcoming week. The divine feminine's 5D or soul energy or higher self energy is that of balance. The divine feminine is bringing a state of perfect harmony into their world and doing so without judgment. So this is what the soul is really discovering this week and pushing for. These are the Soul Journey Lesson Cards by James van Praagh. So the divine feminine's beautifully, the soul is working to get the mind and body and heart in balance. Now, what the mind, body, and heart are focused on this week, 3D energy, using the Power of Love activation cards by James van Praagh's past. Through the power of love, the divine feminine is releasing any stagnant situations or energy in order to transform her heart space. So I have had some clients come to me about having heart palpitations and heart expansion feelings, so it could be because your heart is releasing past heartbreaks if you're feeling that. And it doesn't have to be just a divine feminine twin feeling that. The divine masculine has a feminine aspect and they could be feeling that as well. Here's the divine masculine's cards for the upcoming week. Their soul or higher self energy is going to be pushing for relationships and being attracted to those people now that serve their higher good. So getting rid of, or maybe just not focusing on relationships like karmic relationships that have outdated soul contracts, and focusing more on their twin flame, the person that was meant to be in their life for a reason, for them to be on this mission. So they're starting to wake up to that this relationship with their beloved twin flame is really an important relationship. Their soul is sending them so many signals at this time, letting them know that the divine feminine counterpart is there for a reason, and that they, need to come together. Either they need to encounter each other in the physical if that hasn't happened yet, or they need to come together again and reunite, or if they're already in a union, create more union. There's always space to create more union with your beloved once you have met in the physical realm. Now, as far as the divine masculine's heart, their mind, and their body go, the 3D energy for this week is patience. They're able to let the universal energy of transformation move according to its own loving rhythm. So they're going with the flow. So if the divine masculine in your life is not really stepping forward this week, because remember about the hermit mode that we picked up with the tarot, they might be going within and going with the flow, but do know that they're recognizing that the relationship with their beloved is very important, and it is crucial for them to get in that wavelength this week. Okay, message from your divine partner's higher self to you is that of power. So the message is you instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or walk away at any time. So your divine counterpart is trying to let you know that you do not need to put up with bad behavior from them. and bad behavior from others. Basically, this is a card saying maintain your boundaries. You have the power, you know what's right for you, and you can walk away at any time. This doesn't mean that you walk away completely from your connection, but you may have to assert your boundaries sometimes with your beloved, because you need to do that. That's one of the things that you need to learn on the journey, is how to do that. So sometimes they do push your buttons so that you will assert your boundaries in the proper way. And then when you do that, that'll bring you closer to union with them. So it's okay to disagree with them at times. It's okay to, stand your ground on some things this week if you need to. Now we have the union energy. The union, so both higher selves of the two twins are working on this type of energy of envy, knowing that all twins are the same as everybody else, but we have a different challenge, we have different paths, so we're not better than anyone. We just chose to come to this planet at this important time so that we can do this important mission. That's what our souls are urging us to learn this week, or to realize. And then the two twins in union and the 3D are focusing on integrity, demonstrating the truth and honesty of their souls and manifesting love with their every action. So that means too that, like, if twins were trying to run from the connection, their integrity is who they are, so they can't run. They just will come together when the time is right, and when they release the resistance of not facing who they truly are. So this week you might want to work on the resistance of your integrity, okay, the resistance of allowing others to know who you truly are, because allowing others to know who you truly are is super important on this journey for you to, once you can allow others to know who you really are and not be afraid, then you're on the right path, and then you're closer to union, because others are going to be looking up to you if you are a twin flame for assistance when we make this big shift into this fifth dimensional energy in existence, where we're going to be living from the heart. And so we need to learn how to do that. We need to remember who we are in order to do that, in order to assist others to move forward on that path. So you need to release your own resistance against letting others know who you are. So basically coming out of the spiritual closet, if possible, as much as you possibly can, not being afraid to tell others about this 5D paradigm that we're going to be shifting in. So start thinking about how you would explain this to someone else. For so long, we've wanted to keep this quiet, but we can't keep quiet who we are. We have to live and stand in our truth if we are going to make this planetary shift possible. Right, so think about that. I also have a Miracles Now card by Gabrielle Bernstein for the week for all twins, and this says, the qualities I dislike in others are disowned parts of my shadow. So we all have a light side and then a shadow side. So I will admit, my beloved and I, we were in contact and we were going to meet up this weekend, but then he did something that maybe wasn't that bad, but it brought up a lot of, he basically stood me up, and it brought up a lot of shadow aspects of myself, and basically I was very angry with him. So, but then I had to ask myself, what is it within me that needs to be worked on? That's my shadow because of that situation. So, if you handle situations where someone triggers you with a learning experience for your own soul growth, that is what this card is saying you should basically do, because a miracle will occur for you when you can embrace your shadow aspects. You're not going to toss them aside. Anger is okay. If somebody is overstepping their boundaries with you and not respecting you, twin or not, you need to stand up for yourself. And that's part of the journey as well. It's not all going to be positive love and light. Sometimes you have to deliver the raw truth to your beloved, let them know that they're not treating you very well, and that you're not going to stand for it, twin flame or not. That you love them, but you're going to love them from afar until they get their act together, basically. Well, anyway, that's, where I'm at with my beloved. But I don't like some of the qualities that he's been displaying, but that says something about me, because usually what we don't like in others is something that we do to other people in our lives as well. So we need to own up to that. That's our shadow. So think about that this week. What we have last is our Kuan Yin Oracle, our compassionate divine feminine goddess, ascended master energy, as well as Archangel Michael, to close out the reading. Let's see what Kuan Yin has to say for us for this week. Kuan Yin's message is, weave the future golden. Something good is coming your way. Kuan Yin now assists you to weave your future into the present moment, to call in and draw to you the opportunities, teachings, circumstances, and synchronicities that are waiting for you, and which will enable your soul to live its divine destiny with greater abundance, bliss, and creative fulfillment. So just allow Kuan Yin to let you experience that. Release all expectations about it and just allow it in your environment this week. And lastly, we have Archangel Michael letting us know God is in charge. Archangel Michael is the protector of twin flames, light workers, star seeds, and assisting us as we make this planetary shift. We're going to end with this message and some Reiki healing from me. Archangel Michael says, let's pray to God, Source, Universe, and Archangel Michael, please help us to let go of this situation, giving it in faith and trust to your divine wisdom and infinite love in order to resolve and heal everything and everyone involved. So basically, just allow Source, allow the universe, allow our Creator, allow God to be in charge and guide our journey. That is what divine timing is all about. When we become in alignment with ourselves, our twins become aligned. And then when we're both aligned to both God, Source, Universe, and ourselves, then we can come into that perfect, harmonious twin flame union. So I'm sending you some Reiki healing for both yourself and your beloved to bring you into harmonic balance with each other this upcoming week, so that you may get into your union, so that you may assist for the planet in this ascension process, in this big shift. Many blessings to you. Have a beautiful week. Namaste.